We're just on this kick of sharing these super tangible habits or resources and tools to help you live your most abundant life. And I'm loving this. Okay. So last week we talked all about supplements. And this week I realized one of the most major game changes to my health this past year has been the Oura Ring. I am so obsessed with it. And so, yeah, I'm not even kidding. I cannot talk enough about it. So go grab your drink. Bone broth is my drink of choice right now. I'm loving it. I get these cute little bottles. The flavor I'm drinking is a spiced beef and it's just like so rich. It's like drinking soup. And so it's very cozy in the winter, especially great source of protein, all the things. Okay. Anyways, side note. And let's talk about how this Oura Ring has completely elevated my health routines. All right. First things first, what is the Oura Ring? I know you're wondering. If you haven't seen it, if you're watching on YouTube, this is it right here. But it is a sleek and stylish fitness tracker, very into that looks like a normal ring, but it is packed with really advanced health tech, all right? So it's like a Fitbit, like a Apple Watch, but it's on your finger and it's so much more subtle, okay? It tracks your sleep, your heart rate, activity levels, your body temperature, all of that. It's not just like a gadget though, because it's just really become a key part of my daily rhythm. And honestly, I'm at the point where I cannot imagine my life without it. Genuinely. Like, I don't know how I was functioning before. And I have always loved the idea of tracking my steps, of knowing how I'm sleeping, of all of that, okay? But I hate the smartwatches. I hate them so much. There is nothing more annoying to me than having my wrist vibrating all day, of not being able to have the peace and quiet of getting into deep work and being present and focused because my wrist is constantly reminding me that other people want my attention or that there's things happening outside of that moment. And that's not healthy. Okay, genuinely. There's something about having people have that level of inattention and inability to focus because their wrist is vibrating the whole time. And I will be having conversations with people, like sitting with them, and their wrist is vibrating and they're checking their watch every like 30 seconds. And I can't stand it. For myself, for other people, I just don't think there should be that level of accessibility to me. Okay, and maybe that's selfish, but I really don't want you to be able to contact me at that level. Okay. I kind of thought I was not going to be able to handle the tracking then, because if you're not wearing your device all day, you're not getting your steps. I thought about getting one of those ankle things, but I just knew I wasn't going to wear it and I wasn't going to be consistent with that. And I didn't care that much about my steps to that degree where I was going to wear an ankle monitor. But there were so many other things I just wanted to know about my health. And so enter in the Oura Ring. Okay. Let me break down why I'm obsessed with it. First of all, it's insanely accurate. The sleep tracking is next level because it's not just how long you slept, okay? It breaks down your sleep cycles, your REM cycles, your light sleep, your deep sleep, and even how much time you spend awake, if you were tossing, if you were turning. And that's been a game changer because I've realized the difference between being in bed for 8 hours and actually getting restorative sleep, okay? And it will give me tips on how to make my sleep better then also. So I notice the nights that I eat super late with Matt because he gets home at like 9 o'clock and I waited to have dinner with him, I wake up at 2 a.m. almost on the dot on those nights and cannot fall asleep. And it's because my digestion is happening and it's just not that great. And I'm having a heavy meal before I go to bed. So my ring is literally like, hey, you're doing this, stop. And it's crazy. It's crazy. Okay. And so I absolutely love the whole sleep side of it, how accurate it is, all of that. It's incredibly accurate with my temperature tracking too. I use it to track my cycle so I know what cycle my body is on, whether I'm in my luteal phase, follicular, my menstrual, or my mind is blanking on my last one. Dang. Well, I'm not going to focus on it. It's fine. But it's just so accurate in telling me everything I need to know. And I just love it so much. Secondly, I love how insightful it is because every morning the app, because you connect it to your phone on an app, it gives me a readiness score, which is a number based on my sleep, activity the last day, and overall recovery. And so it helps me decide whether I should be pushing myself with a hard workout or maybe being more restful. It's literally like having a personal trainer, a personal coach on my finger telling me. And it's so, so accurate, guys. Okay. And then lastly, I mean, how could I not love this? It is so subtle and so stylish. So it's not like this bulky wrist tracker. It's not something I'm wearing on my ankle. It's not something I've clipped onto myself. The Oura Ring, it just blends seamlessly with all my outfits, whether I am wearing workout gear because it's incredibly durable, or I have a cozy sweater on like I do today, even something dressy. It's just really, really cute. It doesn't scream fitness tracker, and I love it. And then I even took it one step further. Here's a hack if you have an Oura Ring. I went and I picked out a ring, and then Matt bought it for me from Hey Harper. So Hey Harper is one of my favorite jewelry people, like designers, and all of their rings are completely waterproof, non-tarnish. So I got a really cute, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see. If not, I will try to remember to post a picture of this band that looks kind of like chain-like, and it's the same yellow gold as my Oura Ring. And so I just stack the two rings on top of each other on my finger, and it elevates it so much. Like, this just looks like an expensive piece of jewelry now rather than something with a screen on my wrist. And listen, if you're a diehard of your Apple Watch, like, I love that for you. I really do. Don't love it for me. I think there's a lot of negatives, and I'm just going to let you think about those negatives, okay? So, how it supports healthy routines, okay? It really, really keeps me accountable because you go in and you set all of your own fitness goals. So I have a daily step count on there. My goal is to move 9,000 steps a day. 10,000 just felt a little extreme for right now. It's winter. I didn't really feel like setting 10,000, but 9,000 for some reason feels more doable. Or you can set an activity score, or you can have it be based on how many calories you burned, whatever it is. And it just keeps me so stinking motivated to move throughout the day. It'll send little reminders to stretch your legs, and it has helped me be more intentional with my movement goals, because whether I'm doing strength training, Pilates, or just taking a walk with Matt, no matter what, I'm like, Oura Ring's gonna be proud of me. Okay. And it helps me really prioritize the quality of my rest. Like I said, I used to think I could get away with like some late nights and early mornings, but the data doesn't lie. It has told me my chronotype is late morning. So I like am in my thrive period, like 9:30 through like 11. Okay, that is like my time that I'm just like on fire, and I feel that deeply. So when I try to push myself to do a lot at 6 a.m. and I'm exhausted, or at 2 p.m., I'm like, why am I not as productive as I was this morning? That's because it's not my chronotype. And so it's really amazing because it helps me stay consistent with a bedtime routines. And it will remind me, I'll be like, hey, just so you know, it's like at 8:30. I'll be like, bedtime's approaching. Why don't you watch a good book and dim the lights? And I'm like, love you. Love you so much, okay? And it's really, really taught me. It's really helped teaching me the importance of just like this tension of some days my readiness score reminds me that it's okay to take a rest day. It's okay if I'm sick or maybe on my period, whatever it looks like, to focus on lower intensity activities, because that is actually supporting my overall health and it's helping me avoid burnout, okay? So just some like really random perks about it that I did not know before I got it, okay? Temperature tracking. I knew it would track my body temperature, but the way that it helps me with hormone cycles, and then more than that, catching when I might be getting sick. So a couple days ago, I had like one of the worst migraines ever. And I was like on the couch and I was feeling really sick, and I was like, oh, I feel nauseous. And I started getting really, really bad. And I remembered that morning it said to me, my Oura Ring was like, hey, your temperature was a little elevated last night, and walked me through like a bunch of data points, and was like, you may be on the verge of sickness. Take it easy. So that whole day I was able to rest and kind of lean into that. And then I was able to recover a lot faster. So that's amazing. The symptom guide, there's literally something on there that's called like symptom tracker or something. And you can go in and see where you're at. Whether you're green, orange, or red. They also have guided meditations on the app. So yes, 100% want to tell you, you do pay for the app. I believe it's $5 a month. So it's pretty cheap if you just like view it as part of what you're paying for with like so you buy the ring, which is a couple $100s. I think it's like, which one you're getting, but like between $250 and $350. You buy the ring, and then it's $5 a month after that to keep up with tracking everything. Now, it might seem like a lot, but you're getting so much from it. And so the ring was a gift for our anniversary. And then every anniversary after that, Matt was like, this is like the subscription as the gift. And, it's $60. And I think they have a deal or something that if you pay for the full year. So, for $60 a year, you're gaining all of these insights to your health. And so one of the things it has is these guided sessions. So it has guided meditations and breathing exercises because it is just so helpful for resetting after a busy day or unwinding before bed. They're just so fun. They're little additions, and it makes me think of that app Headspace where they have all this guided breathing and stuff that you have to pay a subscription for. Well, you don't need that and this subscription, okay? Last little perk that I did not realize, the battery life is insane. So unlike an Apple Watch or other fitness trackers, the Oura Ring lasts up to a week on literally a single charge, and the charge takes like 20 to 30 minutes. So I just pop the Oura Ring on the charger while I shower, which I could totally wear it 100% in the shower. Like, it's completely waterproof, but I just choose to that's the time when I charge it. So I will charge it while I'm in the shower and then doing my skincare routine. And then it never dies. It died once on me because I went out of town for 10 days and forgot the charger. And it died on day 10. And it was like giving me little signals. It was like, hey, you should probably charge me. But the small details, it really does make a difference in your life. So there you have it. The Oura Ring is not just a piece of tech. It's really a tool that has allowed me to live really intentionally and build better habits and truly honor the body that God has given me. So if you have been on the fence about getting one, I hope that this episode has just given you some helpful insights, okay? A little review, because I think it's really great. If you have an Oura Ring, maybe you get a Hey Harper ring, add a little bling to it. Okay, it's super cute, but let me know, keep me posted. If you're buying yours, we can twin. I love that for us. And thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to leave a review, share it with a friend who is also considering an Oura Ring. And until next time, I hope you keep living abundantly and intentionally.